Of the four ancient festivals of Ireland, Imbolc is the one most shrouded in mystery. After the deep, dark following Samhain, it represents the emergence of spring and the lengthening of days as the sun's power begins to grow. For our ancestors, the 1st of February would have been a time of positivity and hope as nature starts to show the green shoots of new life. Buds appearing on trees and the sheep giving birth to lambs would have been visible reminders of good things to come. Fertility, birth, and purification were likely to have been the main themes of this festival. And even today, thousands of years later, this still resonates with us as we see the land of Ireland wake up. Welcome to everyone who's watching from a very grateful crew here in County Tipperary. Against all odds and after some reschedules, we have been able to get together some incredible acts here in Garry Kennedy and in Birdhill to celebrate the festival of St. Brigid. I know a lot of us are desperate for something to change, something to break the tension and help us feel like we're moving forward. Well, the goddess is here. Spring has arrived, and with it, an opportunity for some renewal and regrowth. And whatever that may mean to you, whatever form it may come in, let's not waste this opportunity to explore rebirth at this very, very special time of year. You're all welcome to Imbolc. It feels very much as though this multi-award-winning folk singer has lived many lives. She is far too wise for just one. And singing birdsong, it's Emma Langford.
Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then here I stand, I'm strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Then, only then, I am all self-doubt. All my will and my won't fly out of my mouth like a little white dove that you've trained so well to sing prettily along to another bird's song. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Meanwhile, I'm tall, I am towering above. All the hate in your soul can't undo this self-love. Like a little white dove that will soar on the wind, proudly bruising my lung through the song I have sung. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. I'll beat my breast, cry a great fearsome cry, see a cowering then as I fly high. And when I am done, oh, I'll swoop on down, seeking those eyes of judgment, I'll peck 'em out. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. But for now, I belong to no beast, man, or thing. My own self is my own. I am strong as my bones. Like a fierce bird of prey that knows only the hunt. With the strength you don't know how your pretty bird's flown. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones. Till your eyes find me, I'm strong as my bones. Till then, only then, I am strong as my bones.
Will you tell us a bit about Birdsong? It feels like you've lived a million lives and wrote this song. You sound like 1,000 different women on it. It's incredible, incredible.
That's great, that's really cool.
Tell us about it.
I mean, that's kind of the energy I'm trying to channel with it a bit, I suppose. When I was writing it, I was basically not having a good day, and I wanted to write something that was going to be a mantra for me going forward in life. To kind of say that, you know, who you are at the core of your being, that person that has gotten you through some of the worst times in your life, the body that has gotten you through the worst times in your life, that's what's important. And what happens when you step outside the door and what people think about you really doesn't matter. So I was surrounded by amazing sources of inspiration and a lot of kind of knowledge from other much wiser people than I when I was writing the song, and it came from all those little seeds, I think. In my densely woven mind, I've been growing trees from memories.
This is a nice earthy chat we're having. And we are celebrating the goddess Brigid this month, this season in spring, and that concept of rebirth and what that means to different people. So for you, tell us what connection you have to the idea of rebirth.
But the reality is we're in the middle of a pandemic, and it's been an opportunity for sitting back and considering things and being quiet in yourself and reflecting and hibernating a little bit. For some of us, not everyone is in the position to do that, but for some of us it's been an opportunity for that. Moments of crisis like this are opportunities for rebirth, and they have been for me. So like the 3 songs I did as part of the set today are all about that. The song itself is about planting the seeds that come from making difficult decisions and watching how they grow and climbing those trees when they do grow and looking out and seeing the forest you've planted through those decisions and through those crises. And then the winding way down to Kells Bay was about grief and loss and what kind of grew from that, the beauty that came from it, the community that can be forged through grief and through crisis. You know, you don't always, obviously you don't want beautiful things to come from terrible things, but so often they do. And I think for me, this season really feels like a fresh start, and it feels like an opportunity to sit back and look at all those things and acknowledge the beauty that's come out of them.
Emma, thank you so much for being here. It makes so much sense that you're part of this show and the celebration of Brigid and everything. It's perfect.
Thank you.
And
so
thank
much.
you again, eternally, for letting me be part of that beautiful song.
Cheers.
Where we dream, where we dream.
Up next, these Belfast women were itching to leave school when they turned 18 so they could focus entirely on their music. And now, that's exactly what they're doing. This is Dea Matrona.
And I've been seeing, baby, got this sewed up on a shelf. No, they can never love me, can't even love themselves. But I want someone to love me.
I think you'll be playing to a lot of new people on this show. So let's start a bit more basically and tell me about Dea Matrona. I certainly don't know a lot of young people at the moment who are playing classic rock music. So tell me a bit about where your background is with that type of music.
I mean, I think with classic rock, we both love playing guitar and stuff. And when you start playing guitar, it's like you have to learn all the best riffs. So when you Google best guitar riff, what comes up? Classic rock. It's the best, you know?
And I think Belfast, well, the north of Ireland has always been a bit better in terms of a balance between male and female players. Like, I think the world over, there's a lot of female singers, but not the same amount of visibility of female guitar players and drummers and bass players. Do you find that with the north of Ireland, that you think it's a bit more balanced, or am I seeing that wrong?
I suppose it is quite balanced. You know, we do know a lot of different, you know, male and female acts up north as well. It's something we've actually never really thought about, that it is quite diverse. I suppose you could say it is.
Definitely, it's really diverse. Like there's loads of like all-girl bands up there. It's like not just us.
Yeah.
And then there's loads of like guy bands as well, obviously. But I don't really think there's much more of either. There probably is more dudes. There probably is, but there's definitely a lot of girl bands up north.
I'm a new fan, and I'm so glad that you made the pretty long trip to be here for this very special show. So thank you so much. I'm so glad that all these people are going to get to watch you.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's a good day.
You don't have to be above me, baby, to love me like a man. Thank you. What would you do if you heard the siren sing? Follow her down to the stream. Would you delve straight into her golden charm? Would you let her disarm you? I've been waiting for your call and wondering what you've been hiding. Tell me, was she good? Tell me, was she good? Good enough for you to break this running away from the tide, running away from the tide. You see a lovely lady washed up on the sea. In her eyes, your destiny. And so you dive straight into her lovely arms. You're no match to her charms. I've been waiting for your call and wondering what you've been hiding. Tell me, was she good? Tell me, was she good? Good enough for you to break this running away from the tide, running away from the tide. You found a girl, you're leaving me, gonna go to the stream, gonna find her, gonna cry, gonna hurt her, gonna ask her why. Oh, but is it worth denying? What would you do if you heard this siren sing?
This woman is already very well known in the mighty music community in Limerick City. She's a singer, songwriter, vocal coach, choir director. She is Kyra Mead.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. My heart beats faster than a speeding train. It picks up 'cause I'm feeling loose. I think I'm going deeper than a submarine. I try to stop, but it's just no use. I can see a thing, I can hear the sounds. Feels like I'm trapped in a box like Jack. I've got moments of ease within myself until the tidal wave pulls me back. Ooh. You take me into the bright side. You take me out great idea, a bit of fun, how are we to see? Two kids stuck crazy in a foreign town, running around just being free. In a gush of light, a euphoric state, and then the memories start to slow. I am pushing now, but you're pulling me up to the top, and I can't let go. Ooh. You take me into the bright side. You take me out of the dark side. You pull me into the bright lights. You take me out of the dark nights. So hold me tight, tighter and tighter, feels so right. So hold me tight, tighter and tighter, feels so right.
I've seen this next artist play to a packed-out crowd at Electric Picnic, and I've seen her play with an orchestra. But up next, we get to hear that voice stripped all the way back. It's Erica Cody.
If you look a little different, and somebody says to you, baby, where's your hair from? Boy, that's a nice shade on you. Where does it come from? Nah, baby girl, that can't all be yours if you wanna know why. Let me give you a quick tour. My castle, it's on the north side, circa 96. Up here with my pride, yeah, my daddy's black. And my mama, she's white, ain't that crazy? So why you gotta ask me shit like, where you really from? And darling, what's your race if you wanna know me? Then please just ask my name. It can get a little crazy on the daily, answering all these claims. But now, and my heart sets in the pace. Sit down for a second and let me make this here real clear. I didn't mishear you. And no, you can't touch my hair. This is my crown. Oh, you forgot I was a princess. So here's a situation. You can call me your highness. My castle, it's on the north side, circa 96. Up here with my pride, yeah, my daddy's black. Oh, whoa. And my mama, she's white. It ain't that crazy, crazy. So why you gotta ask me shit like, where you really from? And darling, what's your race if you wanna know me? And then please just ask my name. It can get a little crazy on the daily, answering all these claims. But now, and my heart sets in the pace. I don't wanna be that girl that gets so wrapped up in this world, cause people's views are changing. Honey, I can't care what everybody likes. I wanna be that girl that's just so proud about everything. So I'ma say it now, repeal the 8th. And don't come for me and my ethnicity, asking me where I'm really from. Baby, darling, what's your race? If you wanna know me, then please just ask my name. It can get a little crazy on the daily, answering all these claims. But now, my heart's set in the pain. Oh, baby, over. All of these words I just don't understand. Over and over and over. You're like a melody playing in my head. Over and over and over.
So you've come here today and done a stripped back version of your songs. When you've had these huge experiences, you've played to thousands of people with an orchestra. You've played your own tunes with a DJ. You've done all these things. So without an audience, without people you even know, you did a stripped back set today. What's that like?
It's so mad because I think whenever any musician kind of jumps back into doing something like this, because everything's so virtual now, everything's online, we all can't be together and feel each other's energy anymore. I think today was just like, oh my God, I was in the car coming down and I was like, I can't believe I'm actually able to do what I do again. And so even if it's in a small capacity for a small amount of people, if that's just crew, like I'm just more than happy to make music, because I think when you're so stuck at home, you just feel like you're stuck in a rut and you feel stuck creatively. And, you know, as musicians and as creatives, we get inspired by going outside and even meeting one person or doing something.
Let's say creativity and maybe in some way personally.
100%.
What has the last few months been like?
My whole mantra has always been, with every negative comes a positive. And I think when you're forced into a negative situation or you're put in a negative situation, you can have those moments where you can let yourself feel sorry for yourself. It kind of got to a point for me where I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do this for the rest of my life and for the next couple of months because I don't like how I'm feeling. Because I started to experience a lot of feelings that I never had experienced before. My anxiety was on a whole new high. I was really depressed. And I think I was just trying to find my purpose again and how to cope, as everyone was with the whole climate of the world that we're in. So I think everyone's been challenged in that sense. So kind of just being able to express myself, I suppose, again, even if there's songs from last year and something a little bit new. Yeah, it kind of just gives you a piece of yourself back that you think you lost, but you didn't. It's kind of like when you're out of something for so long, you're like, oh no, I'm actually really bad at that. And then you're like, no, I'm actually deadly. Do you know?
This is going to be a very emotional couple of days for me. It's so true, though. It does give you back something.
True. It's like
that's why I'm so glad you did this version of your songs.
Yeah, because I don't get to do it often. You know, I love getting to entertain. I love making people smile. I love the whole aspect of performing. I love having my live band. I love having my dances. I love having my DJ. But there comes a time where it's like you just need to go straight back to basics. And I think getting to do my stripped back songs, versions of my songs, has just, because it's them in their purest form. That's where they all start. And then you get to do them live and it just gives it a whole new meaning.
Oh baby, no, 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 no. And all of these words I just don't understand. Over and over, you're like a melody playing in my head. Over and over and over, yeah.
She released a beautiful collection of songs in her album Juniper in 2020, which she calls her Ode to Nature. This is Lisa Lambe. Lisa, we're nearly at a year since you released Juniper, which I think you said before was your ode to nature, but you certainly have had a lot of time to express your love of nature in the past year. Tell us about, since releasing Juniper, tell us what it's been like.
Yeah, well, Juniper was, yes, I can't believe that we were just saying the concept of time has really sort of warped and bent into this new kind of dimension, you know, and Juniper really was a time when I went to the west of Ireland and I chose isolation to make that whole project. So it was almost like a foresight into what was going to come. But in that beautiful landscape, it's so desolate and so beautiful. Connemara is just achingly beautiful, and always with my notebooks on these bog roads, you know, writing lyrics, and eventually they became sort of like poems and then they became songs. And that process really was sealed with the brilliance of Carl Odlum. I kind of hold all that time I suppose in a really warm reverie, kind of a quiet sort of surrounding. It really helps bring all those lyrics to life, and so certainly this this time of quiet for all of us and pause. I've tried to, I suppose, be as proactive as possible in the creation and the making sense.
So nice to hear someone just say, actually, I've loved the space, and that when you describe loneliness in that way, it almost doesn't even feel like a bad thing. It feels like there's just space, and when you're left with nothing but loneliness, you kind of go one way or another. It's so lovely. I'm the luckiest person in the land that I get to hear live voices and live music. And I can't wait to hear what, as you say, in place of these tours that you lost, the music that came from it. There's going to be something extra special to those, so I can't wait to hear them. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Lovely to be with you.
Her plan is to have her debut album out by the end of this year, and we really hope that happens. She didn't have far to travel to be with us here today. Up next, it's Síomha.
Take my body, plant me in the dirt. I'll become one with all life that's on the earth. And the trees, they are my mother. They will care for me. Take my voice, give it to the birds. Hear them rejoice in song across the world. And their song came from my father. They will sing for me.
We're here in Larkins and Garry Kennedy on the Feast of St. Brigid. I've travelled from her patron county of Kildare, but you have not travelled far to be with us today.
No, I haven't. I've just come from East Clare, which is just over the lake, so I can kind of see my neck of the woods just from this side of the lake.
It's mad that maybe one of the only gigs you've had in the last while is so close to home you probably could have swam. How's the last year been?
Thankfully for me, it's been kind of good. I've been finishing an album, so I didn't have any like major tours that I had to cancel, so we've just kind of had the head down getting the album finished, which hopefully will be out later this year. But again, everything is so uncertain as to when should you put music out these days. You know, gigs, it's not just gigs, it's album releases, everything has been affected, but we're hopeful.
Are you finding less pressure at the moment with this time you've had to record the album and not be too concerned about when to put it out or how to put it out?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's kind of given us that little bit of time. You would feel definitely under pressure trying to, you know, this is my first album, so we started recording it in 2019 over in the States, and it's now 2021, and we're just on the finishing touches, getting things sent to mix. So I guess the pressure is off, you know, we can decide when we want to do it.
So with the theme that we're on here, which I know can be a really mad question to ask, what rebirth means to you, or if St. Brigid's Day means anything to you, or the theme of rebirth means anything to you throughout your life, either personally or professionally. Does anything stand out for you?
Yeah, I think as with many people, I've experienced many rebirths, some of which I don't think I even understood at the time, or maybe wasn't aware of, but I think the most profound was definitely in my late 20s. I lived in Canada at the time, and I had this kind of like spiritual awakening that happened, and it was almost like nature was revealing itself to me for the very first time. You know, it was an amazing, powerful realization to have, because I understood that we're all part of this. We always have been and we always will be. And so that kind of set me on this kind of journey of being curious about how we have the ability to change ourselves. I feel like we're born and we have family and we have society, which kind of like sets all these patterns and habits and views on us that as we grow older, they no longer serve us sometimes. And so understanding what can serve you and what you need to feed and what you need to kind of get rid of in your life is important. And that was kind of the goal that happened to me after the rebirth that I experienced. And that's basically what the album is about this ability that we have as humans to kind of change by being open to things.
This feels very poignant that you're here. I couldn't get anything better from you than that. Thank you so much. It feels very poignant that you're here on St. Brigid's Day. You can see your home from outside the door here in Larkins, and that you're nearly finishing this album that has so much to do with rebirth. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
it's
for
such
having
a pleasure.
me.
Tagum koten is gra, le gak jaruin. Acto se tival dama come snack diggin too. So total harmon oig no geron moru. Akuma street. Ni miendo krihi me. Kramo clear. Is a garden to action near and yet a woman. Hagirak actor catcher is skill chewin. Dance rado ada, cause you love him. couldn't do a lockdown, miss me for keen in Lough Derg. Volley into the krivacha or krinabio. Ni rock no chichena, go brock go Joe. I could yo a midnight stock to crown and yo. I grab us hey go no go. Ni me in the kitty me.
Their second album is due for release on February 25th, and we feel really honoured to have them closing the show for us here tonight. We really hope you've enjoyed the programme and it's made you feel even a little bit lighter. It's thank you and good night from all of us here at Imbolc. This is Wyvern Lingo.
Beyond inevitable muse, I radiate beyond care, and no need for elixir proof. But if you know someone. You slipped away and horror has taken its place. magic, I'll give it a try, 'cause I'm